What's going on, beautiful people?
I have
Neverwinter. This is Frank.
Utilities on my defense.
For those who have lived under a
Darks
rock
on my
for the
utilities
past
for
week or
the
so,
movement.
Mod 12B.
I have
has
Azures
dropped,
on my
and there are
defense for
significant
the
changes you guys need
defense.
to know. I don't know if
I
you guys took a
have,
break or if you waited
mostly
for a
power,
new update or what
mostly
have you.
radiance on my
But,
offense.
Mod 12B
Some
has
Azures
dropped
because
I
I wanted to see the crit
that you guys should be aware
as of right now, I have
as
not
you see
changed
here,
my character. For
there is a
the
video in the background. That is my current build. It's a little
armor
outdated,
pin yet,
but
I wanted to start getting the armor
base is there
because
the
a lot of the
ground,
armor,
the foundations,
especially
there.
the
I will be making
500
a new video
level armor,
once I
gives you
feel
a lot of armor
I've
pins.
made
So I don't
enough
want to
significant
stack a bunch
changes
of armor pin
to
on my
push out
companion.
to you guys.
If
So with that being
I
said,
can
I'll leave that link
if I can get
in the
some
description
from
below,
my main,
along with my
So,
Twitch and my
with that being
Gamertag
said,
and my Twitter.
I have darks
I'm
for
recently getting
utilities
back
for
into
speed.
the game. I
I
decided to take a
have
break.
mostly radiance
from
on
Neverwinter
offense
because it was
and
boring at the time because I had nothing to
Azures
do.
on the defense.
This mod,
The
it's
rings
bringing
I'm
people who
running
had
right
nothing
now
to do
is a
or
plus
who was
5 rise in
maxed
power
things
and
to
a plus
obtain.
5 brutality.
So that is
Then
what we're
again,
going to talk about the significant changes.
I have
And
not
we're
done
gonna
a
go in
bunch
between
of
sources,
the new campaign.
kind of give you guys a
So,
different feel from what
I'm
you
not
guys
going
are
to go
used to
through
with
that.
this channel.
If you guys want
Let
to
me know what you
see
guys think about
the
it. If you think I
explanation
should
of
cut it
mod
and just do
12,
a full gameplay
I'll leave that
or-
video in the
or
link
what have you. Let me know in the
below in the
comments
description.
below.
So
Again, this
plus
channel's
5
for you
brutality,
guys,
plus
and
plus
we're gonna
5
get back
power.
to
Shirts
we've
stay the
been
same.
doing,
Obviously, you
and
guys know what the
grinding,
artifacts are.
giveaways, helping
I
out
may
the
switch out the
community
lantern for
any way
the
I
key.
can. So,
But I
we're
do
gonna
have
get
the key in my
through the
bank.
patch notes.
I'm
I'm not
just
going
not
to
going
bring
to
the
waste
patch notes.
refinement.
We're just going to talk about
on
the
that.
patch notes.
So
The
I
things
will switch
changed,
that
the
out,
things
see
they
how
added,
that is. I will
and
keep the lantern like
significant
I did with the other
information
ones
you guys need to know.
to see
Like again, I will be going through
where I can
different
manipulate
sources,
stats and
so I can
min-max
show
a
you
little more.
things that we're talking
So
about.
that's the character
The
itself.
first
That's
thing
the
we're going
armor.
to talk about
And,
is the bondings. For those who are unaware,
Currently, this is a stats.
you went
non-proc.
from having
You see, I have 3K
285%
armor pen.
bonding
Plus, I'm procking a
for your
little bit on my
your
companion.
stats.
And
as
the
of right
companion
now,
has
at rank
changed. I want to
14,
get my action
the
point gain
bondings
up a
will
little
give
bit.
you 195%
Combat
of
advantage can be dropped
companion
down to
stats.
12.
That is a
12
big
is
drop
the
to
soft cap
100%.
for it. 1200.
You guys,
So I can
shouldn't be upset about it.
use
That is,
That's why I'm going to substitute.
they're
the lantern
increasing
now.
all the
Lantern-
enchantments
Lantern's going to drop
for
it down 800,
your
which is going to be
offense,
1100,
defense,
and it's going to give me
utilities from 12 to 14. So you're
the,
getting a
min-maxing a
significant
little
stat
more.
increase.
Defense is
just
not
by
very
getting
good
those up
because I
to
have
14,
the life still
along
going
with
on.
bondings. So yeah, you guys should have
For
expected a nerf
campaign.
because
Stronghold, I mean.
if we were getting a
So
285%
we'll go
at
back
rank
to,
12, what were we be getting at
Power, okay.
rank 14?
46k power now.
320%. That's a lot.
Other
considering
than that,
your
the
companion
stats
stacking
here,
5,000-6,000
non-proc
power,
is kind of where I
5,000
want
crit,
it. Movement speed
whatever
is
you're
going to be
trying
up a
to
little more
min-max
once I get
on your
the
stats.
utility darks
That is
up
a
right
lot.
now. Most
That
of
is
them
a
are
lot of
10s,
stats.
just a couple
It's a
of
lot of
9s.
increasing.
I just want to be
transferring
fast as
from your
possible
companion
and get to the
your main
mobs
guy.
fast.
So I
and
think people
so on and so
should
forth.
understand
The companion
that
influence
the bondings
is
got
going to
nerfed
be
for a
up a
reason.
little higher.
A lot of people were already OP
Just
as it
because,
was. And in my
guys see
opinion,
here,
I like the stat 195%.
I'm going to be running
rather
the
than
Fury
where
build.
it was at before the nerf. So that is the big topic of the video is the bondings.
1 second.
And something I want to discuss at the first part of the video.
The Fury build, I
mean,
am procking.
so the bondings at rank 14, you
I
will be getting
have
195%.
18 charisma,
That
which
is
is
still
going to
a
help
big
with the companion stat
percentage
bonus,
of
as
your
you see
companion
there.
stats.
The
next
I took
thing
a
we're
bunch
gonna
out of
talk about
dexterity
is
and
the
put it in
bags.
charisma
They
because you
switched
can
up the
min-max
bags here?
the crit chance.
To kind of like PC. It's laid out from up to down. You can switch it to make it one big if you go to your options here. Display options, large, and then it will make it all one big bag and stuff like that. To me, I'm just going to keep it the way it is. I like it here. It divides your bags. The only thing I don't like, which I'll probably get the hang of, is when you're trying to sell things, they cut out all the blank spots. So your runic bag, this runic bag here, will only have these 4 items in it. Everything else, it's not going to show. So when you're trying to scroll through the bags, you don't have to scroll through all the blank spots in the bags. To me, that is decent. I like it. But the bag situation, I would like it to go back to where it was. But again, we'll see in the future. So that's the next topic. Another topic is they changed the refining system in which you break down and you put refinement into your enchantments, your artifacts, and what have you. So what you do is any piece of refinement you get, you can break down into refinement points. They are universal for everything that you're trying to upgrade. So we'll give you a little demonstration here in 1 second. So you click on it and convert to refinement points. And it breaks it down right there. Gain 250 refinement points. It's going to go into your inventory under riches. Refinement points 244,466. You can break down everything. You can break down the pointless marks for your MSVA. See, I have 59 of these marks, so I can break some of these down if I would like. Convert, scroll down. We'll break 30 down. And now I just got 22,500 refinement points. So that is how you break everything down to convert something up or to refine something up. You just want to click on whatever you want to refine and refine it. It's going to tell you how much you're spending there at the middle. It's going to tell you your regents on the right, and it's going to tell you the ward, obviously. Speaking of refinement, there's no longer a need for a second enchantment to upgrade rank 8s, rank 9s, so on and so forth. So they've cut that out, but in order to get the ultimate marks or the ultimate enchanting stones, they are kind of expensive. A lot of people, what they're doing is they're taking rank 12s to 13s and waiting for the market to drop. Since the release of mod 12b, the ultimate enchanting stones have gone down 300 or so K from where they were. So I'm going to follow the trend. I'm going to get my 12s to 13s first, and then I will start working on the ultimate enchanting stones. I have one already from a box. For those who don't know how to get them, you can get them from the new lockbox of the Lost. As you see right there, it comes in the Lost artifact pack. I was fortunate enough to get one. They also drop in the Tomb of the Nine, so you'll see a lot of people running Tomb of the Nine all day, every day. There's a little trend where not many people are running things outside of that. They're just sticking with Tomb of the Nine, which is understandable. They're trying to get their marks. They're trying to get, where they want to be. So I understand that. Speaking of doing dungeons, they now introduced a solo queue. You can solo, private queue, anything you want. The one thing I don't like about the thing is they changed the fact that you can't earn AD. Say if you have a pre-made group of 5 and you're running CNs, say one of your guys needs a Orcish Shard and all you're running is CN, at the very end of the dungeon where you get that chunk of AD, 6, 7, 8,000 just for doing the dungeon, they cut that out. You have to do random queues. As you see here, this random queue was giving me 6,440. This one's giving me 6,785. This one's giving me 9,000, and this one's giving me 7,500, along with the bonus seals. That is how you earn your in-game dungeon AD. You can break things down. Once in a while, you'll get like a new character bonus. If like a new character joined your squad and you're taking them through a dungeon, you'll get, but it's only a couple hundred. It's nothing to like, oh, I'm getting 32,000. Then you're gonna have to start breaking down your salvage. You're gonna have to start converting your items that you're saving for double AD into AD because you're not getting it, because you're not doing these random skirmishes and dungeons, trials. I like it. It gives people a good way of making friends and making, acquaintances and people like that. But recently, the trials have been real slow and real buggy. People come in, and if they don't like it, they leave. The dungeons, I've been into random dungeons where we've queued up for MSP, which for some people, MSP is challenging. If the group's not set up right and there's no communication, sometimes, the newer people are aggroing the mobs and pulling too much, and it's really not a good setup. I like it, but I think MSP shouldn't be on this dungeon. I think they should take that off. It's a little more challenging for some, especially those who are just hitting that M level and they just unlocked it and they've never been through it. That it's going to become a problem, because if you abandon the instance, if you're the first one to abandon the dungeon, you're hit with a 30-minute queuing penalty. So you can't queue up for 30 minutes. It's happened to me a couple of times because, you know, we can't get into, I got into, again, MSP, and I'm stuck with 2 TRs, a Pally, and a DC, who is not AA, they're DO, and we were struggling just to get to the first boss. We get to the first boss, and no one knows how to drag the chain to him. So we're not going to keep talking about that terrible dungeon for me, but yeah, the solo queue, the random queues, that's how you're going to earn your chunk of AD without grinding and without selling things. To me, again, I like it, but hopefully they take out the end game dungeons so people can actually get through them. The next thing we're going to talk about is the alts. Getting your alts up is made a little easier for you guys. We're going to check it out here in the Zen Market under the services. The completion. This is a campaign buyout bundle. This is giving you Dreadring, Elemental Evil, Icewind Dale, Maze Engine, Sharandar, Storm King's Thunder, Tyranny of Dragons, and Underdark. However, you must have initially completed all those on at least one character under your account. So if you're just starting the game, you haven't done anything, and you're thinking, oh, I'm going to spend 10,000 Zen and get the first 8 campaigns done, it's not going to work like that. These are made for your alts. As it sees right there, a character can only use one of these tokens if they have not already completed the campaign. So, and then again, if that's too much, they break down to 2,000 and 2,000. Some of them, the most recent ones, are 3,000. Storm Kings is 3,000. Elemental Evil, I think, is 3,000. So if you don't have the 10,000, we'll convert 10,000 here. See how much 10,000 AD is at the current market. So we're at Astronomic Exchange, 359 times 10,000 is 3.6 million. I mean, it's a lot, but then again, it's not a lot. It's a good chunk of change for you to put into an alt, saving a lot of time. It's going to save you a lot of hours running tedious dailies to unlock all of it. Again, most of those outside of Storm King's Thunder and Tyranny of Dragons, a lot of those boons are easy to get. So that's pretty much it. You can also create a signet. I'll show you what that is here in 1 second. You can create a signet, which down here it says create a signet of patronage. This here pretty much doubles your resources. You'll create this, you'll give it to your alt, you'll consume it, and it basically doubles your resources you would get. So you can do that for other campaigns as well to help. Say you like grinding dungeons or like grinding dailies, and you like doing the tedious task to get your boons and get your campaign unlocked. This will be a good way of doing it. It's going to cost you 50 AD in some of your campaign currencies. So with that being said, that's a decent way to do it if you don't want to blow all that AD. The next topic we're going to talk about, and the final topic, is there's no tenacity in PvP. A lot of people, a lot of casuals have been complaining that they need to balance PvP. They get in there and they're pre-made groups of 5 and they can't get out of their, their spawn, or they're just getting wrecked and there's no point of playing. So you have a certain group that plays PvP, and most of the community, they don't worry about it because of the fact that it's too overpowered, it's too OP. The only fun time is when you're leveling before 70. Then that's fun. You'll start to, win, you'll start to have fun, and then once 70 hits, you're pretty much left in the dust. So I think no tenacity for the armor is a great way to help with the 90% of the community that doesn't like PvP. So that's pretty much what I want to talk about. I hope that this video helped you. I hope that the
What's going on, Neverwinter? It's your boy,
wasn't known to
FGTV, back at it again. I'm going to be bringing you a updated build for my Great Weapon Fighter.
I am just now getting back into Neverwinter.
Quite some time since I made a build. A couple things have changed.
For people to
a
play
lot
the
of
game
stay
with,
the same, but I figured
support, whether
bring
it's
a
DPS,
build video and
people
talk
who have
about
questions,
the upcoming
come to the
content
stream,
that I want to be
ask
creating.
what you need to ask, hang out. I've made a lot of good friends since
If
playing
you
this
guys
game
have some ideas and
that
videos
we've
you want to
played
see
other
in
games
the near
outside of
future,
this.
leave them
So,
down below.
again,
If you guys want
most
to follow
of my time
my
is going to
social
be in
medias,
this. I still would play
by
other
all
games.
means,
I
I'll
still
leave
stream other games. I
the
still make videos
link
on
in
other
the
games,
description below.
But I will be back into
And
Neverwinter.
you guys can contact me through there too. So
Tomb of the
without
Nine,
further
hopefully
ado,
here
we're going to go ahead
soon.
and get started.
I'm a little behind on that campaign. So
I know some might see this build
some
video
other topics,
as just
new videos,
another
a new
video
build,
because not much has changed.
update
But I wanted
the Scourge
to
Warlock.
make a current build
They've come out
video
with patch notes for mod 12
before
or, I'm
mod
sorry,
12, and I
13,
got the
about
the
Scourge
armor
Warlock's
and the stuff I want to
increased
get from
stats
mod
and stuff like
12
that.
and
We'll
try
make
out
a video
a
of
couple
that,
things from there.
a couple miscellaneous
So
Neverwinter videos.
we actually
a
have something to
build
talk about for the
my
next
Great
build
Weapon
video
Fighter,
and
we'll
mod
update
12
my
and
cleric,
12B.
and we'll continue with that
So,
series. My
we'll
life
get right into
as a
it.
cleric
As of right
video,
now, I'm
showing
still
you
using
the
the relic.
progression of a cleric and what you should be doing, what you should not be doing.
I
Especially
have
with the completion tokens out.
Utilities on
That's
my
pretty much
defense.
it.
Or, I'm
I
sorry.
think you guys are watching.
Darks on my
If you like the
utilities
content, you
for
wanna
the
see more,
movement.
hit that subscribe
I
button.
have
turn your
Azores on my
notifications on,
defense
and
for
I'll see you
the
next video. Peace.
defense. I have